attracting people all the time that are not for you. They don't serve you. They try to just take things from you all the time and stuff like that. Is because our frequencies are on a lower spectrum. So with awareness, we could bring it up and start to bring good people into our lives. And raising your vibrations and your frequencies are also a part of that is becoming a better person, becoming the highest version of yourself. Good day, family. It's Jamil here. Love and vibrations, love and light. Today we're going to discuss raising your vibration, raising it up. So raising vibrations is very important, when you're spiritual, and even if you're not. People always talk about good vibes and having good vibrations. And that's based off of the feelings. You can feel the vibrations, you can feel the vibes. So when we become aware and we start to understand more about ourselves and our spirit, we could consciously make choices on where and how we put our vibes. We're not just dancing in the middle and life, just life and all the time, and it just goes any direction. When we raise our vibrations in our spare time, as we start to learn it, we live life, we take care of what we got to take care of, and we do our spiritual work, we do our shadow work, and we work on raising our vibrations, our consciousness. It goes from food, it goes from study, it goes from your practice. When you have higher vibrations, your life, it's easier, much easier to manifest. Manifestation is everything. It's creating, it's bringing things into your life, into existence. And a lot of time we wonder why things are not working out a certain way, and we're not aligned. We're not aligning ourselves. Our vibrations are not high enough. We haven't, raised it up where it needs to be. And so in your spare time, it's important to do these studies and to make sure. And when it goes from your spare time, it goes to all the time that you're raising your vibration and you exist in that element at all times, in that frequency at all times. People can feel it. People see what's going on, but they don't know what it is. Some people will know what it is because they're on the same tune. And it's a beautiful thing. One rule that I go by, I remember seeing this old meme and it had like these Egyptian people at the table. They were sitting there, they had the dog heads and the bird, the pharaoh heads, and all these different things. And it said, when I get with my friends, we raise our vibrations, we raise our frequency. And that's what I do. That stuck with me. And that's a very important thing to do. Your immediate circle should only raise you up at all times. And when we help and support each other, that's raising each other's vibrations. It goes back to the really simple things. So with awareness, we have circles of people that get attracted to us because like attracts like. And as you go across this journey and we learn, we start to attract more people that are meant for us, that are on that frequency, and they're not on a low vibe, low frequency. So if you're attracting people all the time that are not for you, they don't serve you, they try to just take things from you all the time and stuff like that, is because our frequencies are on a lower spectrum. So with awareness, we could bring it up and start to bring good people into our lives. And raising your vibrations and your frequencies are also a part of that, is becoming a better person, becoming the highest version of yourself and living in that life at all times. So it's being true and being real to yourself. You meet other people that's the same way. Because if you don't change, you won't be able to meet people that are much greater and better for you. And it's such an amazing thing when you meet these new people, new opportunities, things you could not have even imagined. It aligns in a way that it's meant to be, like an awesome dream. Because life is but a dream. But while we're here, life has many different rules to it. This universe has many universal rules and principles that govern it, that control it, that operate it. So one of them is operating within the frequencies that allow things to exist in those spectrums. So having a high frequency, you attract greater things. That's why highly successful people, their frequency is really high. They have a lot of energy, and they're great people. And it all depends. They have different types of people, the good and bad wherever you go. Where a lot of self-made, millionaire successful people that are doing great in life, they are really happy, really nice people. They know what they want at all times, and they give out what they want at all times. So that's important. That's a part of being authentic and knowing what you want. So a part of getting your ducks in a row, it's really just having high vibrations at all times. Give yourself a reason to be happy today. Show up and tell yourself, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. That immediately, when you start your day, that immediately raises your vibration. You're in good vibe. It's like when they talk about when you stub your toe as soon as you wake up, you have a bad day. That's if we go with the flow of that, and it keeps us in a lower frequency of anger, um, all those other negative feelings, and it creates suffering in yourself. So even if you do stub your toe, you can change it around, be thankful. Okay, my toenail didn't come off. You know, you could turn it into something like that. Like, that's how I look at it. As long as I can still walk and the pain goes away, this too shall pass. So just having deeper fundamental understandings and being more kinder to yourself, being more kinder to other people, you know, showing appreciation. And anybody bad or anything that's bad in your life will eventually, it would drift out. It will, ways will always be made, you know. So knowing this and, you know, studying this type of stuff, you start to see it come to you know, manifestation, come to creation in your life. And there's been many examples in all our lives, and the more you practice it, you start to see it more. So, but to yourself, always work on raising your vibration at all times. Work on bettering yourself. Work on studying how and why you should better yourself, and work on the benefit. Look at the benefits and research the benefits of why bettering yourself is such a great thing. You know, because it's one thing to say that, okay, it's good and it's the best thing to do is to do better things and be a good person, but why should I do that? So these are the things I'm talking about of why, because your life becomes greater, it comes full circle, better things happen for you, your karma gets much better, you know. So, and create a circle of people that when you meet with them, you're only raising vibrations, you're working on something, you're building something, you're supporting each other, genuinely unconditional love. So it's for yourself and it's for a group of people and the world at all times. You know, we shouldn't hold any resentment or grudges towards anybody, you know. And it's all ever working work in progress. It'll never end, but it only gets better and better. So I just want to leave it on that to give you guys a message to raise your vibrations and pass on the love and the light to as much as people as you can. Touch their hearts, spread the word, share, you know. All right, family, I love y'all. One love, and I'm out.